All right, so my mom's not going to make it at all tonight, so I'm actually recording this
Oh.
for her. And I should have been doing that the whole time for other people who missed, but I'll remember that for next time I give the class. And then maybe Yvonne can listen to it too. Okay, so tonight, final night. This is my favorite night. So in our lives, we subconsciously always want to be right. And I think consciously we always want to be right too, but that's beside the point for what we're talking about. But so remember last week we talked about the critter brain. It is the primordial part of your brain that is responsible for keeping you safe and alive, and it hates change. So the critter brain always wants to be right, because if it's right, it doesn't need to change anything, and then it's safe. So in order to be right, it's constantly looking for evidence of your belief, and it finds it. We find it. We look for evidence of our beliefs subconsciously, and we find it. And in finding it, we actually reinforce that belief. So for instance, if my limiting belief is I don't deserve money, and from that belief, I've created an experience of no money or little money, and I look in my bank account and the balance is super low, I have subconsciously reinforced the idea that I must not deserve money, and I keep recreating that experience. So we've spent our entire lifetimes not changing anything, recreating the same experiences, and confirming evidence of our revised belief. Of our limiting belief, excuse me. So this is how limiting beliefs can rule our lives like so insidiously. And it's no wonder that we're stuck in the present unwanted state. But now you are aware of a limiting belief, at least one. And so tonight we're going to revise that belief and start creating new pathways and connections in your brain that are aligned with the revised belief. So your thoughts and your behaviors will change, and therefore your outer experience will change, and to what you want to be, do, or have. And once you start seeing evidence of what you want to be, do, or have, you can focus on it, and that will further strengthen the neural pathways. And they will grow and multiply until you no longer have the old, oh, there she is. Until you no longer have the old thoughts and behaviors that kept you stuck in the first place. Just wait for her to get on really quick. Hi, Yvonne. We kind of got started, but hopefully you'll still get it. Okay, so then the new neural pathway will be dominant, and you will have reprogrammed your subconscious mind. And you will be able to take empowered action automatically. So just like limiting beliefs automate your bad choices, empowering beliefs automate your good choices. So like I did a couple weeks ago, I want to provide you with some examples of revised beliefs. So pay attention to your physiological reaction when I'm reading them. And if you feel a little zing, just jot it down, and it might be something you want to consider later in the exercise. Okay, so here are examples of some revised beliefs. And again, you're going to create your own, but I wanted to read this just to get you thinking in the right direction. Okay. It is my birthright to exist. Simply who I am is a gift. I am part of life. My body is my ally. People can't wait to know me and love me. It is my birthright to need. Having needs, wants, and desires is safe and good. For every desire I have, there is someone wishing and waiting for it. My receiving allows someone else to give. It is good to give until it feels good, not until it hurts. It is good to feel good. My innermost self is loved, admired, and accepted, even if it's messy. I can be me and still belong. It's okay to be separate. It's safe to be close to others and still be different. It's okay for me to say no. It's okay for me to say yes to my needs and desires. I can hold others capable to experience and survive their own emotions. The degree to which I can trust myself is the degree to which other people trust me. I can do it. I can do it myself. I make great choices. It's okay to make mistakes. People can't wait to hear what I have to say. I know. Who else would know my truth but me? What's important to me, I make time for. I choose my own actions, including non-actions. I can express myself fully. I am important. What I have to say is important. What I think and feel is important. I have a right to be loved, to love and be loved. I am lovable. I am good. It is an honor to love me and be loved by me. Intimacy is safe. Emotions are a good thing. They let me know I'm alive. Epic love is the norm for me. It's not my responsibility to take care of everything. It's not my responsibility to make sure everyone and everything is okay. So some of those are kind of complicated and they might not have anything to do with what you're thinking. So you will find your own revised belief, but those are just some examples. So does anyone have any questions or comments before we continue? Okay, Leslie, I might have to ask you to unmute.
Could you repeat the one? It was probably about between 10 and 20 in.
Okay.
My inner me.
My innermost self is loved, admired, and accepted.
Maybe. Okay, thanks.
Was it that one?
I think so. My innermost self is
loved, admired, and accepted. Okay, even if it's messy. That was a little clause. Even if it's messy.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Andrea, can you repeat the last three?
Sure. Epic love is the norm for me. It's not my responsibility to take care of everything. It's not my responsibility to make sure everyone and everything is okay. Were those the right ones? Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Anyone else? Okay. Okay, so let's start with the grounding meditation. So close your eyes and just start by taking 3 really deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And consciously relax your face, the muscles around your eyes, your jaw. Consciously relax your neck and your shoulders. And feel yourself just melting into your chair. Let go of all the stresses of the day. Forget about everything you have to do tomorrow. And breathe through your heart center. In and out through your heart. And ask your heart for openness and guidance and messages. And the theme for today's meditation is appreciation. So we are going to ground ourselves in appreciation by being grateful for all that we are, all that we have, and all that we do. So please repeat silently after me as though you were talking to yourself. Thank you for everything that I have. I have a healthy mind and body. I have food, clean air, clean water, and a safe place to live. I have the capacity, resources, and desire to work on my own growth and evolution. Thank you for my family and friends. Thank you for my childhood. It set the foundation for what I needed to learn to evolve into the person I am today. Thank you for all the lessons I've learned, even if they were difficult. Thank you for everything I have created in my life. All the seeds I have planted that have grown into something beautiful. Thank you for my own honesty, lack of self-judgment, and the self-love I've shown in the last 4 weeks that allowed me to open up to new awareness that I can take with me into my daily experience. So keep your eyes closed. We're going to go into the exercise, but we're going to start with our eyes closed. So from your vantage point here with me, remember the younger version of yourself that we talked to last week. The little one we worked with last week that was having an experience and feeling emotions that caused him or her to create a meaning about him or herself, others, and the world. Remind yourself of what the little one was experiencing and thinking and feeling. And most importantly, what meaning he or she was creating out of the situation and how that relates to your limiting belief. So load all those feelings and thoughts, load all those into your mind. So now visualize your adult self sitting next to your younger self. And think of your adult self as just a neutral observer. So just observe your younger self in peace and silence, removed from the situation. And watch your younger self fully feel the emotions of the situation. It's very possible that at the time, the little one was not allowed to fully express him or herself. So let him or her do that right now. If it was anger, observe the little one without judgment, throw a temper tantrum. If it was grief, allow the little one to cry unabated in your adult arms. If it was fear, allow the little one to run safely to your open arms and let him or her know that they are safe. No matter what the emotion was, just let the little one know that it's okay to let it all out. And when you're done, sit face to face with the little one and hold both their hands. And think about something that would be useful for him or her to know. An understanding that would make all the difference to him or her if she had it or knew it. So as an adult, looking back on the child, what do you wish you could tell your younger self that would really have soothed him or her? What was he or she missing because he or she was too young to know any better? And when you repeat that understanding to your younger self, what positive feelings go along with that? What positive feelings arise in the little one knowing what he or she now knows that your adult self just told him or her? So I'm just going to give that a couple more breaths. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and answer questions 1 through 3. They're the same questions I just asked you, but I wanted you to keep your eyes closed and really feel it. So open your eyes and now you can answer them. And when you're done, just raise your hand. Sorry, I have that Leslie, Amber, and Yvonne were done. Chris, Megan, Chris is done. Stephanie, Megan, are you still working? Okay, you're done. Okay. All right, so now please close your eyes again. And take a few deep breaths again. And pretend that you have a volume dial on those positive feelings. So dial those positive feelings up to at least a 7 or 8 on a scale of 1 to 10. So now holding that new understanding and those feelings in your adult heart, step into the little one. So put your adult heart where his or her younger heart is. Put your fingers and toe slots where his or her finger and toe slots are. And use your lungs to breathe for him or her. And begin to breathe that new understanding and those new, more supportive feelings into him or her. So breathe that understanding in, breathe the feelings in, all the way to the tip of his or her toes and the top of his or her head. So breathe the new understanding and the good feelings into his or her bones, into his or her very DNA. Breathe it into his or her heart, spirit, and soul. We're going to breathe here for 1 more minute. So really feel this new understanding and these new positive feelings in your physiology. And if it makes sense to you, you can give it a shape, a color, a size, or a texture. You can figure out where you feel those positive feelings in your body. Can you use the new shape or size or the feeling itself to crowd out the old negative feelings? Can you visualize it replacing the old feelings? Can you feel or sense the new feelings fully taking the space of the old feelings until they no longer have a place? So you can visualize or sense or hear or feel this happening, however it makes most sense to you. And when you feel complete, you can open your eyes and answer question 4. What is different for you're the little one now? And when you're done with question number 4, you can close your eyes again. Closing our eyes a lot today. Take another breath. And with all these changes, the new understanding, the better feelings, go ahead and start growing the little one back up along the timeline of your life. So you will eventually grow him or her all the way up to your current age. But along the way, pause at different events in your life or ages in your life where this new understanding or these new feelings would have been especially helpful. So last week, you may have found another age where the experiences and the feelings of the limiting belief were active. You might want to stop there. You might find older ages closer to what you are now, sometime in the middle. So notice that while the events of your life haven't changed, the meaning you are making about yourself, others, and the world will have changed significantly. So when you come across the two most significant ages or events that would have benefited from this new understanding and new feelings, please describe them in questions 5 and 6. So just take your time. If you haven't come across 2 yet, and when you're done, you can raise your hand. Okay. Okay, close your eyes again, please. And take one more breath. And continue to grow yourself into a future version of you who is experiencing your greatest desire. So the one you identified in the very first session of the class. And bring the understandings and feelings that we just shifted in the little one with you. So load up all the positive feelings and thoughts you described having in session 1 when you had your greatest desire. Think about what you had to let go of to be this future version of yourself. Think about what this future version of you knows to be true about him or herself, others, and the world. think about what this future version of you would want the current version of you to know. And when you're ready, answer question 7. So from everything you've experienced, the new meanings you've made, what you had to let go of, from what the future version of you knows to be true, what is your revised belief? It's helpful for sometimes for the revised belief to also start with an I am, I can, I am, whatever. Doesn't have to, like in my list of examples, they didn't all start with I, but that helps sometimes. I think Amber and Yvonne are done. Stephanie, okay. Yvonne, okay. Leslie, okay. All right, so one last time, we're gonna close your eyes, please. And we're gonna road test this future version of you a little bit. So take the future version of you with your revised belief into a difficult situation, like one from your present unwanted state. And walk him or her all the way through it and see how he or she does it differently. So just imagine yourself in a difficult situation that doesn't seem to change. And imagine the future you with a different belief, how he or she would act, or what he or she would do or say in that situation. That's different from what you do or say now. Give that 3 more breaths. Okay, so now as this future you, turn around and make eye contact with the present day you. Please have the future you thank you, your present day you, thank you. Maybe with a bow or a wink. Thank you for letting in and letting go. Thank you for everything you did today so that you can take your rightful place as the future you. And then as the present day you, Please turn around and make eye contact with the younger you. So please thank that little one for all the letting in and letting go he or she has done so all this can be possible. And then please come back fully into the present moment. Open your eyes. Stretch a little maybe. Take another full breath as your current present moment you. Okay, so the shifts you began to experience tonight will continue to unfold over the coming days and weeks and months, but it is critical that you make this revised belief a daily practice, because stuck patterns don't change overnight. What we've done over the past 4 weeks has created new pathways in your subconscious mind, but you must practice daily to completely rewrite your subconscious programming. And the way we allow the shift to permanently take hold is by practicing an affirmation daily. So your affirmation will be a combination of your revised belief and your greatest desire. So for instance, if your greatest desire was to lose weight and your revised belief is I am important, then your affirmation might sound something like, I am important, therefore I make healthy choices for myself. So don't make it too long or complicated. It needs to be kind of short and sweet so that you can remember it and repeat it to yourself often. And if when you're writing the affirmation, it feels uncomfortable and uncomfortable and untrue, that is a sign that that is exactly what you need. So remember, you're trying to rewire the pathways in your brain. So if it feels uncomfortable and untrue, that's an indication that your brain is not used to going down that particular pathway. So that means that that is exactly the pathway that you need. Does that make sense? So the more you repeat this affirmation, the more well-tread that pathway becomes. And soon your brain will go down that pathway automatically, and your affirmation will feel completely comfortable and true. Then your choices and your habits will be automated in alignment with the empowering new belief, and your outer experience will improve. Okay, so we're going to go to question number 8. What is your daily affirmation? So just a reminder, it should feel uncomfortable and untrue, and it should be a combination of your greatest desire and your revised belief.
The Old Testament.
Yep.
Andrew, can you give your example one more time of an example of a revised affirmation?
Sure. So my example was that if you really want to lose weight and your revised belief is I am important, your affirmation would be something like, I am important, therefore I make healthy choices for myself. Something to that effect. Stephanie?
No, I was just letting you know I was done.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Chris, was that an I'm done hand raise? Okay. Maybe I should do a thumbs up instead. Okay, is anyone not done? Okay, so again, the key is to repeat your affirmation like a mantra. Repeat it many times a day. You have to repeat it to yourself when you notice the thoughts or feelings or behaviors associated with the old belief arising. So anytime you have the old thoughts or feelings, you have to replace it with the affirmation. And at first, it will feel uncomfortable, and you might actually have a physical sensation in your body that it's not true, but you have to keep repeating it until that feeling goes away. And eventually it actually does go away. Eventually you will actually believe what you are saying, and then you will know that you have rewired the neural pathways in your brain. And when that happens, you don't have to keep repeating it to yourself, because you will have rewritten your subconscious programming. So then you will notice that your thoughts and your decisions and your behaviors are different, and you will take different action. You'll take empowered action automatically without having to think about it in response to your revised belief. And because you are taking different action, your present situation will change. So look for evidence of the new belief and you will find it. This doesn't happen overnight, but I really think you'll be surprised by the changes that do occur. So again, I cannot reiterate enough the importance of repeating this to yourself daily. It also helps to continue to visualize yourself as the future version of you that has already achieved your greatest desire. So everything you think or say or do is a vote for who you want to become. So make sure you're casting your ballot for the right person. Make sure you're casting your ballot for that future version of you that has already achieved your greatest desire. It's also important to commit to some actions, no matter how small, that move you closer to your goal. So once you're, oh, here comes my cat. Once your affirmation has started to rewire your brain and change what you believe is possible for you, it's time to take action, empowered action. So now we're going to move to question number 9, which is, what is one small action you're willing to take towards your greatest desire today or tomorrow? So it's one tiny little thing you can do right now, or maybe tomorrow morning, that will make you proud of yourself. So again, this is like a really small little thing that you can just do right after the call, or, you know, maybe tomorrow morning, but pretty soon. A small thing that'll make you feel like you took action in the right direction. And then question 10 is a little bit bigger. It's, what are consistent actions you're willing to commit to over the next week or next month? So these have a little more commitment to them than the one we just did in question 9. That's something really small and simple. This is a little more involved, but make sure there's something you can actually achieve. So don't make the actions so lofty that you end up feeling overwhelmed and then you don't do them, and then you feel disappointed that you didn't get your results. So it's important to always be winning. That means only give yourself an action item that you can actually achieve so that you're winning. Because winning and then celebrating that win gives you the energy to take the next step towards your goal. And then once we get off the call, I would love it if you write down in your calendars what you've committed to. So make it a non-negotiable in your calendar. just like you would with any like meeting or, you know, plans with friends. You wouldn't just bail on them. So make it a non-negotiable commitment to yourself and put it in your calendar. You might want to even tell your spouse, your best friend.
The group was interested.
Sorry, that was my mom. I don't know why my mom came on. So yeah, you might want to tell your spouse, your best friend, or someone what your plan is so they hold you accountable to actually doing it. And again, just raise your hand when you're done. Oh, okay, everybody's done. Okay, that was the end. So we revised your belief. You are committed to repeating it daily, many, many times until it feels comfortable and true. Because then you know you've rewritten your subconscious programming. And then you've also committed to some actions that you're going to take over the next weeks or months to get you closer to your greatest desire. Okay, so thank you guys so much for participating in this. I really hope you learned something about yourself. I hope you found it transformational. I'm going to offer it again in May. So if you know anyone that might benefit from taking the class, I would love it if you would encourage them to sign up. I'll send an email so you could just forward it to them. And also, if you or anyone you know could benefit from individual sessions with me, I have several health coaching and life coaching programs that I offer. I create individualized plans for all my clients so that we can address the issue or issues that they want support in, and then I hold them accountable to taking action so they can get what they really want. So if you or anyone you know could benefit from that, you can email me or text me or go to my website and sign up for a free consultation. So again, thank you guys so much for participating, and don't forget that changing your beliefs doesn't happen overnight. You have to repeat that affirmation. So especially if you have your special object from this class, put it in a conspicuous place so that you remember to repeat the affirmation. And again, don't forget, if you notice the old thoughts and patterns coming up, repeat the affirmation then too. So anything you can do to remind yourself to say this consciously over and over again until it feels comfortable and true, then you will have rewritten your subconscious programming. And then your actions and thoughts will automatically be in alignment with the revised belief, and you will create a different experience. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to everybody. And yes, thank you. That is the end. Thanks, Yvonne. I read what you just said.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
you
you.
guys. I really.
Thank you, Andrea.
All right. I hope to see you all soon. Sooner or
Thank you,
later.
Andrea.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Take care, everyone.
Good luck, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.